Yeah, but Arsenal has just low standards. It doesn't really count. I'm talking about a big club, innit? Like,
Phases of the problem. Ollie's fine. It's just no, stop it, guys.
Yes, people, welcome back. We are here for another episode of the Efl Show. We're back. Southgate may have disappointed every single one of us, and we all may want to, give up on Southgate, which I think we should. But we're not here to talk about England. Absolutely not. We're here to talk about all things EFL, all Leagues 1 and 2 covered here. Our League 2 one is on his way. I haven't asked him how League 2 is yet. I need to do that when he gets on. But I'm joined by Aaron. How are you doing, mate?
Not too bad. First pre-season match out the way. Great result. It was great to see the manager Richie. Richie's apparently a big fan of my content, so I was really surprised to hear that. I got to, speak to John Bostock for a long while after the match as well, and got to speak to Cops again and speak to the whole squad. Got to speak to Greaves and Asani and Charlie Seaman and some of the youngsters as well. So it was great to get back in touch with the squad. And also, if you were there on the day as well, thank you so much to all the people that recognised me. I was walking past, there was like a gang of these kids, and me and my dad were walking past, and I heard one of them whisper, "That's from a football, isn't it?" So it was really nice to get recognised in public quite a few times during the match. But overall, I'm happy with the business we'll go through so far at the moment, and I'm happy to be back. EFL Show, new season. Let's do it. Let's try and get ourselves more viewing rates than Quest.
I mean, that's a bit difficult. They get Ryan Lowe on a fair few times. Kenny says, though disappointment is still soaring through me, I have to look forward to next season. And on the bright side, fans are back. I'm not looking forward to nothing yet. I don't know what football is. I don't know what it is. I've come here because I'm the one that's logged in, but I don't know what football is. I've spent all day driving a Formula One car around Bahrain. That is how I'm handling this situation. I don't know what football is. I refuse to even put on FIFA. That shit ain't happening. I am literally driving a car around Bahrain.
Literally, I've seen the new FIFA 22 trailer. All they've introduced is hypermotion technology and the fact that they've announced they're going to be creating a club on career mode. So we don't know many details than that, to be honest.
Yeah, but I don't know what football is. So I'm currently first. I've had to pause my race for this show. So be thankful. So yeah, I'm currently first round Bahrain, but less of that. Heard Wembley was crazy last night. It was
not safe. It wasn't safe.
Please don't mention Wembley. Yeah, big up my bros. Where's Charlie? How's the game? Also Aaron. Well, Charlie will be here in a second. Jesus, there's a lot of comments.
And the game was really good, thank you.
Oh my God, Niall. Yes, I am here. Charles, hi. I'll be 5 minutes. Hi, Max.
No worries.
Wolf. There's a lot of people just talking to each other, to be brutally honest with you. Big up the panel, says Chris. And yeah, there we go. So we might as well start with the club that I absolutely would love to see fail, and that is Doncaster. What's happened with you lot over the summer then? I'll get into Argyle in a minute.
Yeah, I get that. So hang on, I'm just adding Joe Piggott to the list of transfers because he's completed his move to Ipswich. But yeah, in terms of the business that we've done, I'm really happy with the business we've done. First of all, we needed a Brian Stock type attacking midfielder, so we brought in Ben Close from Portsmouth. I think he's showed some great stuff already in that first pre-season match, in that first half alone. I think he looks great. I think the way he moves the ball is great. I think the way he sort of positions himself in attacking areas is spot on. Carl Niall on a free from Cambridge, the right back who was in League 2 Team of the Year. I think he's been a wonderful signing so far. One thing I noticed a lot, Niall, and it might be something for rivals to watch out for as well, is the fact that he makes a combination of underlapping and overlapping runs. So when he's down that flank, as soon as he gives you the direction, they pass him the ball, you watch him run. You watch him at the overlap or the underlap, however it is, you watch him run. He gets that ball 9 times out of 10. So I think that, Callum Moore's going to be very exciting to watch. Roshan Williams from Shrewsbury, good new centre-back. I think he's been a revelation so far. He's been great in that back line. Tommy Rowe, this has been the biggest surprise of the summer because even I, and you know me now, I'm optimistic about Doncaster Rovers, but even I didn't expect this return. I know it was rumoured a lot of times, but even I thought, no. He's going to get offers from the Championship. There's no way he's going to come to us. But the big pulling factor, and that's the sort of common theme with all these signings so far, is the manager and the vision. That's the two things that have driven all these players to this football club. So, the fact that Tommy Rowe, and it's been confirmed by him, that he's turned down higher wage, lucrative offers from the Championship, teams, towards Championship promotion, to gain a spot in the Rovers team is, really nice to hear from Rowe, and the reason why he came to us as the manager and the vision rather than the money. So, we're doing something great. Then we bring in Matt Smith on loan from Arsenal. Again, a wonderful signing. I think that his attacking movement, his vision attack-wise is spot on. We saw that in the first half against Rosso. And then a couple of days ago, before the Rosington match kicked off, we announced the signing of Jordi Huula from a free deal from Portsmouth on a 2-year deal, our brand new winger, left inside forward and striker who can play in numerous positions on the attacking front. And I think that Huula, if you get him firing, I think he could be a great signing. But the common theme here compared to last season under Darren Moore is 2 or 3 year deals. We're not looking here at kids being loaned in. We're not looking at 6 loanees. We're looking at 1 loanee so far, and the rest of them have been permanent 2 or 3 year deals. In terms of moving people out, James Coppinger, of course, has retired. He's settled into his brand new role in sports performance. I think that's the name of the role. He's sort of working behind the scenes as a mentor for the youngsters, working with the board to help bring in the signings. So he's that sort of legend of the club that you need on the board in a way. Reece James is going to play with Blackpool in the Championship, so good luck to him. Brad Halliday's gone to Fleetwood, so hopefully that's another former Donny player we can beat next season, as well as Danny Andrew. Andy Butler's gone to Boston United in the non-league, so good luck to him. Of course, he's still manager of our women's team, Doncaster Bells. In terms of release players, it's the same story, really. Ian Lawler, Danny Amos, Magic Gomez, Joe Wright, who could still get a contract, we don't know yet, and Jason Lakilo have all been released. So in terms of how I'd rate our business so far, I mean, it's been publicly revealed in the last 24 hours that we are apparently trying to get another winger in, trying to get a goalkeeper in, trying to get another centre-back, just for extra depth now. I think what Wellens wants to do now, Niall, is just fill in the numbers, just fill in the blanks now with extra players. And that's not really a case of just bring anyone in. He still wants to bring in decent quality, but it's all about filling the blanks now that we've got. So we've got a massive squad that's capable of filling a whole season. So we don't, run low on numbers. So, we're just all about filling the gaps now. But I'm rating our transfer business so far. I'm probably going to give it 8 out of 10 so far, because I think we've made some good signings. We've showed our good signings. The trialists as well. Clubs, don't you dare take Aidan Barlow off us. He scored a first half hat trick. Don't take him off us. We want to sign him. The manager, and I was speaking to Richie Wellens after the match, and he told me himself that he praises Aidan Barlow so highly. And we kind of joked about it during the interview. He said, "Don't say that publicly, otherwise we'll get clubs putting prices in for Barlow." So, I had a good laugh with Richie about transfers and stuff like that. So, Aidan Barlow, I'm sure we'll hopefully get him signed, sealed, and delivered. We've got some other great youngsters on trial. Akinola, who was set to be a breakout star in West Ham, but failed to make a single appearance. So, hopefully that's a good centre. Maybe that's the centre back we'll sign. Who knows? It depends how he does on his trial. Ote, striker from QPR, scored the penalty in the second half on the 4-0 win a couple of days back. Hopefully that's another striker we could bring in as backup to play cup games, etc. Dan Gardner, he's from Chesterfield, but he's proved to be a decent winger so far on trial, so hopefully that continues. John Flanagan, that's what I didn't expect. Now, of course, he's a former Liverpool player. So it'd be interesting to see if we do get him on trial. Charlie Colkett, the former Chelsea youth product at centre midfield, who used to play for Östersunds as well. It'd be nice to get him on a permanent deal. Emma Hughes we got on trial, but he was later released before the match. So we're not going to be getting Emma Hughes from Ipswich. Probably the injuries and the injury proneness about Emma sort of maybe put Wellens off, but we'll see what happens with that. But overall, I'm really happy now. I'm not saying we're going to be promoted. I'm not saying that at all. I think I'd be happy with the top 8 finish, to be honest. Even top 10 I'll be happy with because it shows progress from the last season for the first year of our rebuild. But if we do get into the playoffs, then obviously we're going to, try our best and fight and see what happens. But I'm really happy. I'll give my transfer window 8 out of 10 so far. I think it's been nothing but positive, and the way the club's dealt with the situations off the teams as well. I think the club's moving in a new direction. It feels different to last season, where it's not like, oh, get them over the line and see what happens, and the club's not like making excuses and making mistakes and then apologising for them. The club's doing everything right now. The club's doing everything right off the field, on the field. I'm hoping we get a good result tomorrow against Spennymoor Town, and then we move on to Bradford, Newcastle, Sheffield United, and Harrogate before the season starts at Wimbledon's. Well, against Wimbledon at Keepmoat. So we'll see what happens. But overall, now I'd say we've been good so far. 8 out of 10 for me so far.
Yeah, so that's fair. Some comments here. Kenny says he's got Hull in the sweepstakes for the championship. Wow, last time you did in the Efl Show was the end of May. How time flies. Indeed. It we finished our season pretty early. Again, this year's been crazy and fast. Big up Niall and Aaron. Big up to Jay. But we'll get into Home Park. We'll go to our goal.
I've got all your transfers listed down so far, so I'll be having a look while you look.
I was just about to say, I definitely won't need help with my own transfers. You're right there.
I've got them listed down. So I
was just about to say, I'm not a complete div. I know my transfers like the back of my hand. So we'll start with what we'll do is we'll start with what Ryan Lowe has said.
Here he is, League Two.
We're
evening, lads.
We're not talking about last night. So if I see another comment like that, you'll get removed.
Charlie, we just went through all of Donny's transfers. We're about to go into Plymouth.
You didn't miss much, Charlie. But yeah, we'll start with what Ryan Lowe has said sort of this summer, which is fuck loans. He's absolutely done with them. He's basically told other clubs, don't bother offering me your loanies. I don't fucking want them. And to be frankly honest, that is music to my fucking ears. Because the loanies we got last season were dog shit. So no, I'm complete.
We've done the same as well. So
that's a lie. You've got a loan in. Ryan Lowe is yet to have got a loan.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
No. I don't care, mate. You have got a loan. Ryan Lowe is still yet to, is that a loan? Right. I'll ask you a question. As I didn't interrupt you whilst you did yours, have you got a loan?
One.
Exactly. Ryan Lowe is yet to get a loan. He's not done one yet. So, but yeah, Ryan Lowe basically saying that he's done with loans. He says he can't be bothered to put all the effort and training into players that are just going to fuck off at the end of the season. And I am rightly so. So we'll start in. Obviously, we'll start with the wankers that have left because, to be frankly honest, I lay no punches here. I mean, our release list was done the day after our last game of the season. That suggested to me that Ryan Lowe had a clear idea on which wankers needed to leave. I.e., not one of our centre backs from last season are at the club. Not one of them. Every single one of them have been removed. I'm not joking. The only one who can even say that they still are here is Ollie Tomlinson, and he's a kid. Every centre back we had last year have all gone. Thank God. Which suggests to me that this summer we were going to get a lot of defenders, and that is true. Now we're yet to get any attackers, and to be frankly honest, the base of our I look at our team, right? So we still got Danny Mayer, we still got Conor Grant, we still got Camera. We've still got
Jeff Cott.
Yeah, I was trying to go through central midfielders first.
All right, fair enough.
So we've got Mayer, Conor Grant. Funny, I can't even remember half the squad now. Let me Google it. No, I'm not even joking. After squad, I won't remember because they barely played last year. I mean, we kept with McLeod was went, or McLeod, whatever, however you pronounce his stupid name. He pissed off. Thank God. Actually, I can tell you, Ben Reeves has gone, Ameson's gone, Jack Ruddy has gone to Lenfield. Shit it out. Will Ameson's gone to Bolton. Enjoy that one, Bolton. You're gonna enjoy that about as much as a hole in your head.
Ben Reeves was Gillingham, by the way.
Yeah, that one is less of a surprise because Gillingham aren't the greatest team in the world. Jack Ruddy's pissed off to Linfield.
Although they did finish above both of you last season.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but to be honest, that was our first season back in League One. How did your season in League One?
Pretty bad, to be honest.
I thought it was, by the sounds of it, I thought it was absolutely fucking brilliant. Still get to have a club. Obviously, we had Gary Sawyer retire. He went to right. That's the wrong Luke McCormick. I was just about to say that definitely ain't our one. That's a Bristol Rovers one. Although he ain't.
Yeah, did you see where he's gone as well? Did you see where he went?
Yeah.
Bloody Wimbledon! Like if we would have stayed up, we would have signed it. We would have signed him.
We were rumoured
I can't believe you told me he was too good for Plymouth Argyle. The disrespect you did there.
Crazy.
You went and signed for AFC Wimbledon. I
thought he was signing for Plymouth, and little did I know went to AFC Wimbledon.
No. There is logic
because he wanted
to it. There's real good logic to it.
The only reason why he went Wimbledon is that he wanted to stay in London. That's the only reason. Yeah. Because
I could have told you that.
Because the money, he ain't going to be on. Because at Rovers, he was on $5,000 a week. Plymouth, no, AFC Wimbledon wouldn't be able to afford $5,000. So he's obviously took less wages, but stayed local. But it's still weird, though, because he was linked to Millwall. And then he signed with Wimbledon. So weird.
Right. So our midfielders, we've currently got, this from last season, we've got Danny Mayer, Conor Grant, Adam Randall, and Panucci Camara. To be honest, we probably only need to add in one more player from there. One more player. I think Adam did such a good job at Torquay when he went on loan that he'll probably get some game time at Argyle. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. But we have bolstered it with Jordan Houghton as well. Obviously, was a former Argyle player, came on loan. But some more players that have left. Obviously, got Lewis McLeod, who hasn't got a club. A couple of youngsters, Byron Moore and Scott Wooten.
Byron Moore, he was all right. The Rovers.
I mean, you can have him. You can have him. He's really good for League Two. Really, really good.
Yeah.
For League Two. When it comes to getting League One, though, Jesus Christ, different level.
Frank Noble's gone.
Yeah, I mentioned him. I said he's gone.
Colchester. It's a bit of a weird. It was a bit of a weird signing that because he hardly played, did he?
Yeah, he hardly played.
He got a fair few games. The reason it was weird is because he didn't fit fucking Ryan Lowe's. He was a panic buy. He was clearly a panic buy because if you've put effort into that signing, you think that's a good one. I don't even. Although to be honest, our transfer history last year was.
It was shambolic.
In fact, I can't remember. We brought in Camera, and he was all right, but he was nothing to shout home about.
He needs some room to grow. A Camera. He needs some time to grow.
Who else did we get last year?
We
brought in George. We brought in George Cooper and Ryan Hardy and Niall Ennis. So we got a fair few attackers. This year we worked on our defence. So some players that have come in. All right, so we've got Macaulay Gillespie. He's from Brisbane Roar. He's a defender. Centre back, I'm guessing. Yeah, centre back.
Yeah, he used to play for Carlisle.
Chris, let me know what you think of Macaulay Gillespie, because I have absolutely no idea who he is.
He's decent.
Well, he's also 25, so perfect age for a centre back. We also got James Wilson. He came from Ipswich.
That is one of the best defensive signings because for some weird reason he won Players Player of the Season and Fans Player of the Season last year. Yet he didn't give him a new contract.
Was still released. The minute he walked through the door, I was like, "Yes, boys, that is better than Will Aimson. I'll take that."
A lot better.
Yeah. We have gone and got a defensive midfielder. We've got Jordan Houghton from MK Dons.
I know. Sorry, I just wanted to chip in a little bit and say about Houghton. I know from experience a few years ago with Jordan, so I think you got a good player there. It was pretty decent for Rovers on loan from Chelsea.
Yeah. But yeah, we have the youngest player we've signed is 24 years old, and it is our backup goalkeeper, which is Callum Burton, because I don't think he is going to get over Mike Cooper. Not a freaking chance. No. But
he'll play the cup games and the trophy games probably.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he did all right at Cambridge last year, so that's not bad. Chris says Gillespie was class for us when Keith Curl was our gaffer. I reckon he'll be class for Plymouth, in my opinion. Is he no nonsense or ball playing centre back? I can never really tell with half the. I know James Wilson is about as no nonsense as you can possibly get. you can't get more. You can't get more no nonsense than James Wilson. That man ain't playing out from the back. Not a chance. Nor would I want him to. But yeah, we've got Callum Burton, backup goalkeeper, signed from Cambridge, so promoted. Apparently he had a really good season with Cambridge as well, so not a bad signing. We got Dan Scarr from Walsall. This one is a strange one because
you know what? I've seen the highlights of pre-season for Plymouth so far. He's actually
pre-season we played
Plymouth pre-season, though, isn't it?
Let's not look into that because Argyle won, I think 5 or 6-1, which is just not a fair
think it was like 7-0 or something like that against Plymouth.
It definitely wasn't a clean sheet because we conceded a penalty that River Allen scored. But
I think it was 5-1.
Something like that. But it's pre-season, and there's a reason why I don't go to pre-season games because they're boring as fuck and they're not really entertaining for one simple reason. The players are just told to put running in. Just run. Just play some football. Get used to playing on or with the ball again and running around. Like
that's why I'm only going to 2 of them. I went to the Rosington one a couple of days ago.
I wouldn't even go to 2 of them, to be honest. But back to my signings. So yeah, we've got Dan Scarr, who I'll take. I'm not too sure how he's going to fit in, but 3 centre backs so far. One of them partnering, God knows who. Who have we got from last year? Oh yeah, none of them. Ollie Tomlinson. So I presume one more will come in. One more has to come in, really. Else ain't really going to fit our system. James Bolton, we got him from Pompey. He is a right back, 26 years old. Now, this one's really strange, though, because we've got Joe Edwards, but he's getting a bit older now. James Bolton is clearly... Well, I was thinking that, but then I thought, no. Would it not surprise anyone to see Joe Edwards be moved into central defence? 32 years old.
Joe Edwards, come on.
No. Think about this logically. So if you put, I don't know, Gillespie, Joe Edwards, maybe next to James Wilson, right? So you got 2 ball playing because, Joe Edwards played midfield, right? So he's going to be able to play out from the back. You put them 2 next to James Wilson, would you not see that them 3 as a centre-back pairing, 3 experienced centre-backs would work wonders? And then move James over to right wing back. And then you can always put Joe Edwards as a centre-back and play Dan Scarr and get another centre-back in or play Ollie Tomlinson and then move Edwards into midfield. I think the beauty of with Joe Edwards is his versatility is absolutely insane. And the man can play right wing back, centre mid. I've not seen him at centre back, but look, I'll be quite interested. Jordan Houghton is also a defensive midfielder, so I don't really think Edwards fits into that midfield. If I'm being honest, you've got Mayer, Grant, and Houghton, and you've got Adam Randall.
I expect him to get like a cup in the trophy as well.
What, Joe Edwards?
No, Randall. I think I expect him to get minutes in the EFL Cup.
I was on about Joe Edwards. I was just about to say my captain is going to get a bit more than just captain. I can absolutely.
To be fair, he might. Joe Edwards might play. He might still play like as a wing back because that Bolton, like before he went to Portsmouth, he was centre back for Shrewsbury. Yeah. But he can play right back, so it'd probably just be Bolton as centre back and then Edwards as a wing back.
So have Bolton as right side. Could we obviously have our three at the back? So Bolton as right-sided centre back with probably Wilson in the middle with Gillespie or Scar at left wing back, centre back.
And then the young kid Ollie Tomlinson is like the backup.
Yeah. And then you'll probably see George Cooper left wing back with Ryan Law as his understudy. That makes a bit more sense. I don't expect to see many more signings, to be honest.
Maybe one more centre back, just so that the other one out of Scar and Gillespie and the young kid Tomlinson is the only backups. Maybe get one more in just to give Ollie Tomlinson a bit more learning experience. But I'm not too sure. Maybe just one more.
4. We've got 5 already. I doubt we'll see another centre back.
I was going to say, what does Kenny know about League 2, by the way?
Not a lot.
Because he thinks we're going to bottle it. We're going to bottle it going up.
Bristol, I don't know if you know, but Bristol Rovers clearly dominate League 2 sometimes.
But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. George Cooper's basically a new signing. He was out with a knee injury for most of last season, so that's good to have him back. And ironically, the minute he left or was injured, Luke Jepcott didn't know what to do with himself because there's no one who. What Luke Jepcott thrives off is a good ball in the box. He loves a good cross. Because he'll just get in the right place and smash them into the back of the net. He absolutely loves it. So that will really help. And I think that will really help us going forward with obviously Luke Jepcott. Camera is going to be a bit more experienced, so he'll probably get a bit more game time. Conor Grant, Danny Mayer, nothing needs to be said about them two. They're fucking incredible. In fact, right. It's okay. I'm just gonna do this. I have the power. Deal with it. I've genuinely timed it. I've timed him out for 5
I've seen that.
I'm not dealing with his bullshit. But yeah, Panucci, Camera, a bit more experience. But yeah, I'm very excited with the midfield. Houghton will be really good. Clearly, we still want to play with that DM and front of 3 centre backs. Don't ask me why. And then going forward, Ryan Hardy, Niall Ennis, Luke Jepcott. We might see one more striker come in, but I really do doubt it. Although Jepcott did look like he got a black eye, so I don't know what Ryan Lowe's been doing to God knows what. The devil, Rachel says, good job, Niall. This is why you have Rachel. Power. Yes, this is why I have power. Talking about Jepcott, I used to like him, but after what he did with the eyes for a tweet yesterday, he's a Welsh forward. Now he's our star striker. But yeah, I think in terms of our business, we just basically blew up our centre backs from last year. So I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because I didn't want to see them 3 ever again. Do you know what? I would happily have paid 3 cardboard cutouts of fucking, I don't know, God knows who. But they would have done a better job. McCormick is not going to get much game time this year. He didn't get much last year. Played the last couple of games so that we could get him over. It was some mark. It might have been 550 games or something ridiculous like that. So he came on for like the last 5 minutes in both our last league games. But I think he's got a new role within the club. I'm not sure what it is. They've been very quiet on it. So God knows what that is. It might be youth coaching. It could be could be goalkeeping. Actually, no, we've got a goalkeeping coach. Could be coaching with the under 18s. They're looking quite good as well, might I add.
Yeah.
Before we go, Charlie, Darren Way is doing a brilliant job as the under 18s manager. Absolutely fantastic. We've got a lot of young players coming through and doing really well. This year so far, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homegrown players, and that's just in our first team so far. And we'll probably have more in the under 18. So 5 homegrown players. I'll take that. That's a decent return for a youth academy that is definitely still in progression. It's certainly not as good as could be. But Charlie,
I was going to chip in when you said homegrown talent and say I'm happy with our homegrown talent as well. I think Greaves could have a breakthrough season this year. I think that Horton as well. I think Hassani could break through at times. I think Ravenhill, the son of the legendary Ricky Ravenhill, could have a chance. And Lewis Jones, our goalkeeper, even though we're getting another goalkeeper, Lewis Jones taking the number 1 shirt, which is, I'm proud of him. I know him personally off the pitch, so I feel so proud for Lewis to get that number 1 shirt and to be our long-term goalkeeper for the next decade.
I know Mike Cooper as well, and my goalkeeper's better than your goalkeeper. But we'll go to Charlie. You lot have had quite a busy summer with Joey Barton. Clearly, one man a bit like Ryan Lowe this summer, when literally Joey Barton went, right, let's press this button. Oh dear, I've blown up half the team. Right, go get me new. But what sort of signings have you made, if you want to go through them, or have you forgotten half of them already?
It's been pretty crazy. I mean,
he's forgotten half of them already, hasn't it? He's forgot half of them already. He's like, fuck me. He's actually trying to.
I've got to break down because even I forget. Like I do like all these videos of the signings, and I just forget because we've signed. But it's crazy. We've signed 10 players.
We got like 6. We got 6, so I still had to look on my sheet as well. So
I've got 6 as well.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. We're probably one of the busiest teams in the Football League at the moment, as in transfers. I mean,
English
10
football. In. Never mind,
I was just about to say you can.
English Football League,
mate.
You made more transfers than Chelsea.
It's been loads. We've got a lot of.
Only grassroots teams would have made more. Only teams that like right at the bottom of the football pyramid would have made more signings than you lot. Because how many is it? Is it double figures yet?
13.
Fucking hell, Joey. He's gonna have some.
No, he's got 10, not 13.
Oh, 10.
I thought it was 13.
No, 10.
I'm gonna believe Charlie over the Doncaster fan on Bristol Rovers transfers.
I've checked
it. We've got 10. We've got. I mean, on paper, and I'm saying this on paper because some of the signings last summer, I thought were good, and they turned out to be awful. Like Max Ema, for example, he obviously went back to Rovers, ripped up his contracts, and he went back to Gillingham. You got Daly, who we signed on a permanent from Palace. He's left us, gone to Stevenage. So it's been a big influx. I think because as well we got rid of 13 players. I think that's what Aaron might have been on about, where he got 13 from. But
just pause on thought. You know exactly why you were timed out, Prime. You know exactly why you were. There is 3 English people, and we're not willing to look at the crap you type. So you know full well why you were timed out, and Rachel agreed with me. Also, Evening Keith and Carl Lowell made 16 signings last summer. So you may be trying to break a record, I'm guessing.
But it's been a lot of sort of mix of experience and youth. We signed Mark Hughes, who was the captain at Accrington, and Accrington have been quite a good team over the last few years, done really well. He's 34, so he's quite obviously one of, I think it would be our oldest player. And then we got Paul Coots, who got double promotions with Sheffield United, got promoted to the Prem with them, but because he had a really bad injury with the last few months that he didn't quite make it in the Prem. But, we got him. Signed Sam Finley as well from Fleetwood. Even a few Fleetwood fans were surprised because he's meant to be a really good sort of box to box or the more attacking role. And it's going to be interesting to see where all these fit in because we still got, the likes of Westbrook, who, he won the last season. He didn't get played in his preferred position until Barton come in. Tisdale and Garner were playing him as a DM, and he's a cam. And, it's crazy.
Well,
you can see why
do you know what? I absolutely adore Tisdale's fucking tactics.
Honestly, I don't even want to talk about it.
I dealt with his tactics at Exeter when we played him a lot, and I've never had more fun in matches playing against Tisdale's teams because they are so shit.
I'm kind of lucky that I didn't get to deal with Tisdale, but I think I got a close second a few years back with Paul Dicuss, so I got lucky in some.
To be fair, my recommendation is Doncaster should definitely get Tisdale.
I think I'm happy with Wellens. Thank you very much. I'm happy with Wellens.
But yeah, as well, we got a left back from Carlisle, Nick Anderton. The most interesting thing with the experienced players like Finley, Hughes, Anderton, and Paul Coots is they've all been captains at other clubs. So he's obviously getting leaders in, which we didn't have last season. So hopefully that should make a big difference, especially, League Two. I don't think a lot of Rovers fans are saying it's going to be really easy. It won't be because, as you've seen already, we've got rid of a lot of players and we brought a lot of new players in. And Barton still wants another 5 or 6 players as well. So it looks like we're going for the Carlisle record because we still need a backup keeper because our other keeper, who was at the Euros, he's Finland's backup keeper, so he's never going to get in ahead of Hidetski, who plays for Bayer Leverkusen. But, and the most important thing is that we still need an experienced striker because even though we signed Aaron Collins, and that Aaron Collins on a free, he got 14 goals for Forest Green last season. And he actually I didn't realise it until I seen a leaked video. He actually used to be at Rovers Academy when he was younger, but either we got rid of him or Newport got him. But yeah, and especially on a free as well. I think that's a really good bit of business.
When you said backup goalkeeper, what country was he from?
What? Say that again?
Backup goalkeeper. You said something about backup goalkeeper
from Finland. He's the backup goalkeeper for Finland.
I was a bit confused because the only 2 keepers I can see you've released were Jordi van Schappershoff, who's Dutch, and Alexis Andre Jr., who was French.
No, he's our first choice keeper. He's our first choice keeper, but second choice for Finland. But it's pretty funny because that
Aaron is still half asleep. He's still half asleep. He woke up a bit late today.
I still haven't recovered from battering Rosington 4-0 a couple of days back. I'm still on the recovery period.
Rosington, mind. They battered. Who the hell are Rosington? Like some.
Rosington, Maine. They're going for promotion to the Northern Counties Premiership.
Well, Chris had to deal with this Anderton guy last year. He says Anderton is decent. He was inconsistent for Carlisle last season, but so were most of the squad. Not going to blame bad run on him from the second half of last season. So, but I don't think Joey Barton would allow inconsistency.
No.
Probably, I don't know. Man has been in prison for a punch-up, so I'm guessing a punch-up is more than possible with a player in the training ground. Big up to Steve, though, and to Mag.
That's the one, Anzi Yakola. But there was two. We got Harvey Saunders as well. He's sort of like he's mainly a winger, but he can play striker. He was Barton brought him in when he was at Fleetwood. Very fast player and looks good on the ball. And then we got 3, obviously talking about loan signings, you two were talking about earlier. We got 3 loan players. Our first loan was a centre-back from Stoke, Connor Taylor. He's sort of meant to be the next Harry Suter. Went on loan at Fleetwood under Barton. He plays for Stoke and he plays
Australian.
for Australia, yeah.
Harry Suter. Never heard of him.
That sort of player. We also signed Sion Spence and Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas, I don't know if you know him. He's from Barnsley. He was really good the season they got promoted under Daniel Stendhal, but their old manager that just left, Valentin Ishmael. Last year they were playing with wing backs, so they weren't playing with wingers. So Luke Thomas didn't get a lot of.
We were linked. I think we were linked to Luke Thomas alongside another League One club this summer. So I didn't think Donny was going to get him, to be honest. So I think we were just happy to let that one go.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. I think it was Donny. He rejected. He said it in his interview. He rejected Doncaster and Sheffield Wednesday somehow. I don't know how or why. I
think it's just the system that we're playing. I don't think maybe it would have suited Luke Thomas compared to other wingers. Yeah.
I mean, that's the most. I think he's going to be if he can get obviously his fitness back, because obviously he didn't play a lot this season, and he's sort of from the Forest of Dean, which is not far from Bristol. So he wants to be closer as well because he's been, Barnsley and whatever.
And that's another factor. And to be fair with Sheffield Wednesday, I don't think they could afford him because Sheffield Wednesday are broke as fuck.
Yeah, true. I mean, and there was our last signing was Trevor Clark. He's an Irish. It's weird because we signed him on a one-year deal with the option of another one from Rotherham. He played 10 appearances last season for Rotherham, which is pretty decent in the Championship. But it's weird because I've seen highlights of him because he was at Shamrock Rovers and he played in like the Europa League and stuff. And I've seen highlights of him as a winger scoring worldies. But then last season at Rotherham, he was playing left back. So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts sort of left wing back over Anderton. But yeah, it's been very busy and, we just needed an experienced striker. That's what I'm worried about because last season Rovers, apart from Nicholson, and we didn't really score goals. And I think another player we're linked with, which is crazy. He rejected a new deal at Lincoln. Harry Anderson, the winger, who played most of the games last year, and somehow we're nearly close to signing. And it's funny, the way Rovers fans now know about players signing is we go on to our chairman, and on his Instagram, and he follows the players as soon as we're going to sign him, and his Harry Anderson's wife also has been, Wells followed her as well, so it looks like he's going to sign in the next couple of days, which is a mad coup on a free as well.
I'm going to say Trevor Clark. That's a good signing for League Two. That's a brilliant signing for League Two, especially the minutes he's playing in the Championship. If you can get him playing in the right way, that's a major coup. And if you can get Anderson as well, you imagine Harry Anderson as right wing back. Clark, you got those wingers at wing back. That's League Two need to watch out for Bristol Rovers. They're going to be proving why they need to be going for the title.
Yeah, hopefully, but we'll see. But I mean, there's a lot of. That's the only thing I'm worried about is that there is a lot of players to gel. So it's going to be interesting. But I
wouldn't be too worried as someone who's had experience of League Two. When you get one minute. Right, as someone who's had experience of a rebuild in League Two, trust me, you don't need to worry. Also, can I just say, when we were in League Two, I think we had to deal with teams like Swindon, and it was an all right league. I mean, Jesus, it was nothing to shout home about. But the standard of League Two this year, though, absolutely fucking diabolical.
You dealt with us as well.
Not in our rebuild season, I don't think. Not under Ryan Lay.
No, that's not 2016.
No, that was under Derek Adams. And we don't talk about him. But yeah, as someone who's had experience in League Two.
we're not finishing 24th.
Yeah, I would highly doubt that. I think I am done we am done predictions. We'll do probably that next week or something.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'll probably have Bristol Rovers win the top 3 like Argyle were when we went back up. I mean, I don't actually think Bristol Rovers are a bad side. I just think you had some really horrific managers last year. So, you know.
I think there is positives and negatives with Bristol Rovers. I think that obviously, like I said, League Two doesn't really matter because it's sort of like the bottom tier of English football. But there's always the risk with, you know, like you said, loads of new players. You got that risk of it not.
You try telling that to Ecstasy. We haven't played them for 3 years.
I've not really noticed Exeter's got notable transfers going in, so I think Exeter really going to be a worry next season.
They're broke as fuck, mate.
The only recognised signing they brought in is Sam Nombe, who barely got minutes at MK Dons.
The best bit of Exeter is they haven't signed
as well.
But they haven't signed. They haven't sold any player. Like normally, so the way Exeter work is they sell a really good player. Like they sold Matty Grimes, they sold Ethan Ampadu. So normally to bankroll them, Ollie Watkins. Yeah, I forgot about that Ford. But normally what they do is they sell and then they'll use that money to invest. And they haven't done that. There's not a good enough young player for Exeter, mainly because they're shit. But so I really wouldn't have Exeter anywhere near the top 3.
I've probably got Exeter 9th or 10th this season, to be honest.
I would say even that's being a bit generous, but I don't really like Exeter, but I have reasons.
Yeah,
I suppose for the last 15 minutes or so, we'd probably best talk about related news to our 3 clubs. It does seem like they're the only fans we've got at the moment. Obviously, next week we'll probably do a bit more. Yeah. But I was thinking just announce any sort of news that has happened over the last few days that isn't transfer related. So we've got through all our transfers. So Aaron, do you want to start us off in any Doncaster news that's not transfer related?
Well, we did start off with some sad news today. 2 former players, Ernie Moss and Mick Bates, have passed away today. Obviously, Ernie Moss, legend for Chesterfield. He played with us as well. So obviously our thoughts go out to Ernie's family and friends. And also Mick Bates, former Leeds United and Bradford player, but was with Doncaster Rovers as a teenager. So, one of our academy players during the 80s period. So, again, our thoughts go out to Mick's family and friends. Obviously, a couple of days ago, we had our first pre-season match of the season. We faced up against Rosington Main from the Northern County, so a few steps down the non-league pyramid. Comfortable 4-0 win. I'll be honest, I spoke to Richie after the match for quite a few minutes, and by the way, shout out to Richie Wellens. We've become mates literally in the last few weeks. We talk about football all the time. We talk after matches. We've got I talked to the rest of the staff. John Bostock came up to me and said, "I recognise you from your videos. Keep going. You're entertaining." He told me about a specific moment where it was we watched one of your videos in dressing room where you went Jason Lakilo. I think it was the Peterborough game, the 2-2 draw, and I went Jason Lakilo. And he found that hilarious, so I was kind of happy about that. And I spoke earlier before you came on, Charlie, about how me and my dad, who's my cameraman on the day, were walking past this corner of the ground, and we heard like a gang of kids, and one of them whispered, "That's forever football, that is." And that kind of just filled my heart with joy. That so
Oh, mate, trust me, I did it the other day. It was so embarrassing because I've since I've had my channel, I haven't been to the ground because of COVID, and I was out. It was just a random thing. I was taking my dog for a walk, and these kids, they must have been like 10, 11, and they were like, and I literally walked past them, and there's about 5 or 6 of them, and they was like, "Oh, is that One Rovers Vlogs?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." I was pissing myself. It's hilarious, honestly.
Yeah, literally, the age of those kids that whispered "That's forever football" there was about the age that you were talking about there. So you know, it's always nice to get and I got recognised a few times around the ground from different points, different angles. So it was really nice to, you know, to get that and to get the squad recognising me as well, and speak to Noel Hunt, the assistant, afterwards as well. It was a real honour. But the game itself, really happy with it. Really good performance. I like this new Wellens ball. I think one of the negatives, I think we pointed out in reviews last season now, was the way we give the ball away way too often in possession, and sometimes our passes go a bit way too wrong. So,
FYI, if there's any Argyle,
I'm not saying I'm famous, by the way.
All I'll say is, if Argyle fans do see this, don't talk to me or approach me. I'm not a good person. Stay away from me, and just I want to stand in the Demport and shout abuse at the referee. Maybe some of the players if they deserve it, and then walk home again. So, you know, don't talk to me, don't come near me, don't acknowledge me, no nothing, don't want to hear it. But please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. I thought I'd shut that in. I'm about as unsociable as you can get.
Perfect timing. Like we said, I think we said it in reviews previously, how we give the ball away too often. We don't really keep it well in possession. So what I've noticed with the Wellens ball is it's attacking possession, and we're not afraid to hold on to the ball longer. Well, not longer than other teams, but we allow ourselves to give ourselves the ball more than the other team give themselves the ball. But what we do with it is we think it like an attacking team. We don't.
Can I just ask? You've had
quickly one question. What team did you play the other day again?
Exactly. You've had one game against a team that ain't even in the National League. So don't get. Do you know what? Believe it or not, Plymouth Argyle kept the ball a lot more than Plymouth Parkway. We allowed ourselves that. One minute. We allowed ourselves to have more of the ball against them because we're better than them. You've not played. Do you know what? You can start coming out with this shit after you've played 5-6 League One games. Then I'll believe it. But until then, you've played one team who I've never even heard of in my life, who are worse than Torquay United and Yeovil Town combined, and aren't even in the National League North or South, whichever one it is. So, to be frankly honest, I would expect you to keep the ball longer, and I would expect you to play better than them because you're professional footballers and they're not. These are just some of the examples and things I would want from my players, because believe it or not, these are just fitness runs. That's all they are. They're just fitness runs. They're not there to get the fans excited. You're not meant to take any tactical guidance away from it. You're certainly not meant to compare yourselves to these guys. Jesus. We're playing Salt Ash.
I'll tell you what, though, he was getting all giddy then talking about the...
He was.
Richie Wellens.
We're playing Salt Ash on Wednesday, and believe it or not, low ball, mate. Like, it's going to look fucking incredible, mate. Because Salt Ash. Have you ever heard of Salt Ash?
Yes, no. I have actually. I think.
Okay. Have you ever?
They've got a nice beach there, haven't they?
They have got a lovely beach. Have you ever seen their football team?
No.
Exactly. I have had the pleasure of watching their football team. They're actually not too bad, but I do believe that Plymouth Argyle are widely better than them because we're professional footballers.
I didn't say that because obviously we're better.
Try to compose yourself. I'd hope so.
Brand new season, same old squabbles. No, we are better than the team.
Well, no, it's you saying stupid shit like comparing yourself to. Is it Rothington Lane? Rothington Lane or Rosington?
Rosington Lane.
20 minutes down the road.
I'll write that down. I'll remember that for when you're smashing it. Rosington.
I remember that one.
Is it Lane? Is it Rosington? Is it Lane? Is it Lane?
Main. M-A-I-N.
M-A-I.
Yeah, I remember that when Donny had bottom after
right, Rosington, Maine. So I'll ask you what you thought of Wellens ball when you lose probably 1-0 to Cambridge, and we'll see how Wellens ball does then. But yeah.
No. The reason why I said it wasn't because it's just the.
Would you like me to pass you the shovel? If you're going to carry on with this, then you might as well just start digging.
I'm not. I just want to explain myself.
Jesus
the reason
Christ.
why I said what I said, it wasn't because it's tactical insight because it's pre-season. The reason why I said it is because some
Tactical
teams with
madness
these
by
non-league,
Wellens.
some teams with these non-league teams will just go full force, never keep the ball, and will just go attacking all the way and beat them 7-0.
No, they don't.
We had a professional performance.
What professional teams have you ever seen do that? Because I've watched our goal sometimes in friendlies, and I've never seen us do that.
Blackpool battered someone 7-0. They went full force. They could have just done what we did and just batter them 3 or 4, not 7. We had a professional performance.
Well, how do you know that? How do you know they didn't have a professional perforance? I hope you're not judging this.
I've seen the highlights.
Yeah, but they played against a team like the like this. Like,
what was the possession?
Even lower, lower than Rosington, Maine.
I mean, I'm guessing possession stats were heavily in Blackpool's favour. But look, clearly Wellens ball's going to rip up League One next year. I'm very excited about it.
But no, overall, I think the good thing about the game was it was good to see the new players getting a run out. It was nice to sort of see. I know the opposition wants the best, but it was good to see the new players sort of get their first run outs in the Rovers shirt. I think I said to you earlier now, Cal Niall, who was in League 2 Team of the Year last season as right back. I think his overlapping runs when he calls for the ball, he's got pace up to max. So I'm really, happy with him. Tommy Rowe coming back, that was probably one of the surprises of the summer. Even though we loved Tommy Rowe to come back, it was still a surprise to see it actually get done, despite the fact that he announced himself in his opening opening interview that he received offers from higher championship teams with more money.
Maybe he has zero ambition. We're moving on before.
Yeah, he was at Bristol City last season, so that says a lot.
Finally, final point. Cameron John.
Going for about 10 minutes.
Final point, Cameron John. He's someone I want to note because one of his biggest flaws last season was he was getting caught out of position. When he tracked back, he didn't put the tackles in. He just let the ball go through, let the runner go through and score. What he did in this game was he showed what he could do this season. That's track back and put the tackles in at the same time and not be afraid to get stuck in there. So I'm happy with John's progress.
It was Rosington, Maine. Jesus Christ.
I'm happy with my team. I can't wait for tomorrow's game.
Calm it down. Calm it down because you're going to. Firstly, that won't really matter because again, need I say, it will be pre-season friendlies. Never, and I've had much experience of this, years of experience of this. Never take pre-season friendly results as any sort of indication because do you know what? The year we got promoted, we were losing pre-season friendlies to Tavistock Town, right? So really, trust me when I say the pre-season friendlies matter for virtually nothing.
Trust me. When we got promoted to League One, the last time, right? We lost 4-0 to Plymouth rivals at home. Exeter. We lost 4-0 to Exeter in a pre-season friendly. Then I'm pretty sure
when we got promoted, we lost to Ash probably. I think it was one of the Plymouth teams. It might have been Alberton Villa, actually, one of the two. But a complete madness. Briefly on Argyle news, obviously, we've had a loss as well. I think it was yesterday or the day before. We lost Paul Mariner, former Argyle player and was manager of us. He actually was manager when we got relegated from the Championship. But he wasn't really at fault because he just took over from Paul Sturrock. And yeah, we sort of got relegated under him, but always a really top bloke, helped the club as much as he could, loved coming to Argyle regularly. So he will absolutely be missed. Our under 18s took on a team called Arsenal's development side and got a 1-1 draw. In the fucking mud, you shitbags. FYI, we've also got them in the Papa John's Trophy. And if we win, I am so going to banter the shit out of you.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Mate, we got Champions League winners, mate. We got Chelsea for the second year in a row. We battered them last season. Billy Gilmore was in the mud against Ed Upson, mate. You can see Gilmore's good. Behave.
I can't wait to beat Man City's kids.
I don't think the difference with Man City is their youth academy is beast. It's
but they haven't seen Wellens ball. We will beat Man City's kids.
Oh, piss off with this Wellens ball. Like, piss off. Like, when you've actually won like 6 or 7 games in a row in League One, then you can talk about Wellens ball. But until then, you've beat Rosington, Maine. I had to look at them because I couldn't remember that.
We've got Spennymoor tomorrow, which I think will beat them.
Congratulations. But yeah, obviously Paul Mariner passed away. We've obviously had Darren Ways. Really good performance from the boys, getting their 1-1 draw against Arsenal. Those shitty lot. Wednesday, Saltash United. So looking forward to that one. We're currently 17th in the league, which is great. We've currently played no games. We've won none, drawn none, and lost none. So end the fucking season now. Is what I say.
I can't wait.
Charlie, when can we collab?
And then
Aaron, I can't wait to beat Man City's kids. Pause. I don't know what he was thinking about, but I hope it was in footballing terms. All I will say is that Plymouth Argyle, the probably will play our development side because, to be brutally honest, we've never really taken the Papa John's Trophy seriously.
I think even we'll play Ravenhill and Asani even against Man City's youth academy.
I've no idea who those people are, but yeah, our professional footballers, our young players, are going to play a football match against Arsenal's young players, and hopefully we'll win. I'm going to say it in a more constructive way that isn't going to get, potentially clipped up in a very dodgy way. Obviously, big up to Aaron. But Charlie, any news from Bristol Rovers before we wrap up?
I mean, there was one. It was funny the other day. I think it was Saturday, right? There was nothing on the Rovers website about us having a friendly, and then out of nowhere on Rovers Twitter, they announced that we did have a pre-season friendly, and we lost to Barnet 3-0, which was a bit disturbing. But I mean, it was sort of half youth and half some of the players. Like I think a younger played. Mark Hughes played Anderton. I mean, to be fair, Anderton, we had our other preseason friendly with Melksham Town, and again, we didn't win. And Melksham Town are pretty low down. And Nick Anderton, who was at Carlisle last season, scored an amazing own goal. I mean, he just basically played a through ball past our keeper and into the net. It was a great finish, but it was at the wrong end. And then, I mean, the other bit of news, I don't know if you've seen it now, about our friendly that was meant to be played at the Mem with fans in is now being played behind closed doors, which is annoying.
What our fans?
Yeah, we've got that with the Bradford game. We can't have any away.
Hold on. Which game are you on about? The one against us?
Yeah, the pre-season friendly was meant to be playing you with fans in, but it's now
we're playing Bristol. We're playing Bristol Rovers.
Yes,
I'm in the middle of this one again.
That's genuinely the first time I've heard of that. I know we're playing Torquay, Saltash, Bristol City. Got Bristol City at home park, I think. We've got Middlesbrough coming down. We've got Swansea on 24th, I think, or something like that.
Oh wow, that's after we face Newcastle.
God knows.
We've got.
Or it might be 23rd, one or two. But yeah, we got them lot. I didn't realise we had Bristol Rovers as well. That'll be a good test for us.
Yeah, we got. We've got. We got you, Havant and Waterlooville.
What a team! I remember when they beat Liverpool. Didn't they beat Liverpool in the FA Cup?
Yeah, they beat Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah. I think they beat a league team in this pre-season. I think they either drew or beat Portsmouth when we played Rossington as well.
I'll always remember Havant and Waterlooville because I think that was like the first. So I was like a proper young kid when I think that happened. Yeah. And I think it was at that time that was like the romance of the cup. That's when I really, really fell in love with the FA Cup and all that. So yeah, I should always remember them.
I think it was around. I mean, if anyone's watching, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it was around 2005. I want to say.
Yeah, I was about 10 years old, so it had been about the time that I had the capacity to sort of sit in front of a TV for 90 minutes and watch a match. Below 9 years old, and I'll probably get bored after about 20 minutes.
By the way,
I mean, we've also got.
I thought that happened when Louisville beat Portsmouth, but no, I didn't check at full time, and it was a 5-2 win for Portsmouth. So we'll see what they do against Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, we got Swansea as well. I mean, we always seem to play Swansea.
They must be coming down. They must be coming down for like a West Country tour because we've got
a mad West Country tour, and we've also got Oxford as well, and our old player. Well, obviously, there's Matty Taylor, the fraud I can't stand, who plays for them, and our other old player who got released from Preston joined them, Billy Bowden, who was flipping amazing for us a couple of years back before he got sold. So that'd be funny, and fans will be there as well. And the last time Taylor was at the Men with fans, he come off after half an hour, apparently injured, but it was about 11,000 Rovers fans just giving him stick, and it was amazing. And we beat them.
So I've just literally so do you open up the season against Mansfield, or is that another friendly?
Yeah. Mansfield away, the Ollie Clark derby. Yeah.
Is that a pre-season friendly, or is that the League 2 opener?
No, league. First league game.
Pre-season is having to watch Louisville tomorrow, then Plymouth on 17th, then Swansea on 24th, and Oxford 31st.
Man just said, what derby called again?
The Ollie Clark derby, because he used to.
The Ollie Clark derby. And FYI, we beat Plymouth Parkway 5-1. It was 5-1.
Yeah.
Low ball working really well there. It was really exciting. Absolutely fucking incredible.
Welland's ball.
And I lied. It's Swans. Apparently Barton Ball's not going too well at the moment. But we've got so our friendlies, we got Salt Ash on Wednesday, Bristol Rovers Saturday. Then we've got Swansea on the 20th, Middlesbrough 23rd, Tavistock away on the 24th. Then we got Bristol City at home before we end up going to Plainmoor to play Torquay. I need to go look at Argyle. I've got a new website. It's looking sick. Absolutely fucking loving it.
Really good website.
But we're ending our pre-season. We're ending our pre-season friendlies at Plainmoor before we start the season. Our opening games: Rotherham away, quite a tough start to be fair. Peterborough away in the Carabao Cup. Came then Shrewsbury away before a finish in August. Fleetwood Town at Home Park, which is annoying. The annoying one is Peterborough away, which is on my fucking birthday. And Argyle never tend to play well on my birthday, so we're out of the Carabao Cup already. So, it was nice being in it.
In terms of our schedule, we've got Spennymoor Town away tomorrow. Then we're away at Bradford on the 17th. We've got no fans. That's a home fan pilot, that one. So that's interesting. Then 23rd of July, we're hosting Steve Bruce FC, which I'll be at that game, thank God. Then 5 days later, we're hosting Sheffield United.
I thought they were called Newcastle.
No, I think they're called Boring Steve Bruce FC. And then
Brucey Ball, mate. Brucey Ball.
Brucey Ball.
I feel like I'm going to tell Kendall what you just said so she can beat you up.
She'll slap him silly.
Yeah, Aaron's going to come on with scratch marks a lot. In fact, she won't slap him. She'll probably clench her fist and punch more manly than I've seen some mans. Quickly, Keith is actually praising the Argyle site. He says that Plymouth site is lovely. It is. If you watch my channel, we've done a real big development in terms of infrastructure on the technical side. So we've got a new website coming. We're going to be doing our own streaming. So fuck the iFollow, thank God. And we're also going to have an app which should be released sometime soon. So that's really good. Although Keith does says not like in the nav bar at the top, but the rest of it is lovely. Yeah, the nav bar it does get a bit, it can be a bit confusing. But I think obviously because I'm an Argyle fan, obviously I'm used to seeing it, so it is sort of it's really nice. I'm liking it, but appreciate the comment. Sorry, carry on.
So after Newcastle, 5 days later, we're hosting a Yorkshire derby against Sheffield United and Slavsky Jokanovic. So I expect trouble with home and away fans, which I might attend that one. And then we open up hosting Wimbledon before facing Walsall away in the Carabao Cup, before the away Yorkshire derby at Sheffield Wednesday, then away at Accrington, then hosting Portsmouth, and then finishing August away at Rotherham. So we've got both away Yorkshire derbies in the first month of the season, which is going to be fun for avoiding the hospital room, trying to avoid all those fans. But, if they swing for me, I'll swing back.
Nice. That sponsor bit at the bottom is sexy. It is nice. The whole site's just looking really good. Prime says who's fishing. Highest will wait until we'll do our predictions. We'll not next week, but once we're closer to the end of the start of the season, once all the transfers have come through, we'll probably do our predictions then. The new Bristol Rovers ticket site is awful. So Argyle's doing.
Was that
Argyle's doing
new ticket site. When was that? I haven't seen a new ticket site.
God knows. All I'll say is
Argyle
has just spent effort on a new website that rival fans are praising, and you're getting a new ticket site, which your own fans are saying is shit.
Our website just looks like the generic EFL website.
Yeah, I mean, could never be my club. We don't use the EFL shite anymore. We're too big for the EFL. But I think we are going to wrap it up there. There's not really much else to do unless on
what first show.
Yeah, first show back. Obviously, plenty to get into. We'll probably spend a bit more time looking at the other clubs next week.
I'm going to get bullied a lot this season.
Well, you are if you're going to keep talking about fucking Wellens ball against Rosington. Then, yeah, absolutely. Damn right you'll get bullied for saying stupid shit like that.
Things never change.
Exactly. But, yeah, we are going to wrap it up there. As I said, next week we'll probably look a bit more into what our rivals have done. I'm going to pay special attention to Exeter. I can't wait to see what shite they've done.
Please batter them, Charlie. Please batter Exeter next.
I don't even think that's even a debate.
Yeah, we got them quite early as well. They're our fourth game of the season.
Rovers just
absolutely batter the fuck out.
Rovers just have to turn up for me. Just is it home or away?
Away.
Yeah, just turn up, mate. You'll do wonders. Although if you do get beat,
to go to the real St James's Park though.
if you do get beat. If you do get beat 4-0, don't be alarmed because we got beat 4-0 by them and got promoted and they didn't.
Mate, if we get beaten 4-0, mate, Barton's getting sacked.
Nah. Take it as a good omen because when we got beat at 4-0, we got automatic promotion. They got playoffs and bottled it 4-0 in the final. Trust me, I could not have been happier to watch that. The best bit is everyone was in lockdown. There was nothing to really watch, so I was watching that and we got battered 4-0. It was absolutely brilliant. I absolutely loved every bit of it. Kai says pizza over fish and chips. Well, I do like pineapple pizza, I'm not going to lie. And forever, I will have extra pineapple on it now. Fuck the Italians. I don't like Italy at the moment. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to put extra pineapple on my pizzas. Adam says we lost 4-0 to them pre-season a few years ago. Yeah, Charlie was mentioning that. Liam says Rovers versus Bottle Jobs FC. Yeah, I mean, Bottle Jobs. They truly are the Bottle Jobs of the EFL. We love to see it. But on that note, we are going to wrap it up there. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. We'll be back next Monday, probably 6:30 or 6, 1 or 2. I can never... it's always been 6:30, hasn't it? So when I just assumed it was 6:30 because I was driving a Formula 1 car around. I was driving a Formula 1 car around Bahrain, to be brutally honest with you. And then I looked at my phone. And I was like, it's 6 p.m. Is it? Oh, my bad. But yeah, we'll work out our timings for this show for the new season. But before we do go, you can find me on Twitter at Niall_PAFC and at Let's Talk EPL. You can also find my YouTube channel at Let's Talk Premier League. where I'm taking a little break from that for a couple of days and just relaxing. But Aaron, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Aaron_Challoner, Instagram at Aaron Challoner Official, TikTok at Aaron Challoner, also Snapchat Coach_Challoner19. New season, it is dawning on our beloved souls. We don't have to watch boring Southgate football. And we get to focus on Wellens ball.
Man said Southgate. So, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. He said Southgate, which I mean, I made the rules pretty clear to the people watching, and they were able to abide by it. So why couldn't you?
Oh, fair enough.
You said Southgate. That's automatically to be removed. You're lucky I'm let you back. You're lucky I let you back in after saying that.
That's every time we say that name, that's an automatic. I'm not going to say it, but every time we say that name, it's an automatic 5-second sin bin.
Or that nation.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But new season, new era. We're getting started. It's a good start. Hopefully, we continue that tomorrow against Spennymoor. I'll be listening out since I can't really travel to the game, unfortunately, for that one. So I'll be listening out on Durham on air 6:50 p.m. on that radio station. So if you Donny fans want to listen to the game, then you can listen to Durham on air at 6:50 p.m. Live coverage starts.
Just want to let everyone know we're not sponsored by them. So just putting that out there.
No. And we'll see what happens. Trialists are in, new signings. We'll see what happens, and hopefully Steve Bruce FC gets to feels the full wrath of the Wellens ball on 23rd.
Oh my god! If I hear the word Wellens, do you know what? That's the new phrase that has also been banned now. Wellens, right?
Yeah, that's banned. Kick him out now, so I can shout.
That is banned. You mentioned that one more time. And Chris says, "Imagine taking pre-season seriously." Only Aaron could do this. Only Aaron and
Donny.
I love my club too much.
Yeah, I love my club, but I don't get gassed over pre-season. But Charlie, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, at One Ravers Vlogs on Twitter and One Ravers Vlogs on YouTube. On the road to 3K, so subscribe to all of us. Subscribe to the First XI. Big up everyone for tuning in. Also, go and follow the First XI on Twitter so you know when we'll go live and when the other shows on the channel will go live also. Yeah,
I think they've got Grounded Liverpool, which I don't know if that's a new show, but I saw that is at 10 p.m. tonight. So if you want to check out what Liverpool are doing, make sure you check that out at 10 p.m. There's no next gen anymore, I don't think. At least I don't think there is. Normally I just preview what's coming up. But yeah, there's a Grounded Liverpool tonight. God knows what's coming up tomorrow. I'm sure there will be something. Offside Rules on Thursdays, I think. I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I don't need to. But yeah, we'll be back probably 6:30 next week with more EFL. But until then, guys, thanks for watching, and don't try not to get too gassed over beating Rosington. Until next time, thank you and peace out, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Got the gas.